How is everybody? Let's see who's here. See who popped in. We have Amy, good morning. Coral, Julie, Caitlin, Mike, Ruth. Hi, everybody. Happy Monday. I'll just wait another minute or two and get everybody to come in. Happy Monday. All right. Hi, Becca. Hi, Baron. All right. Happy rainy and windy Monday. Yes, here in the Northeast, we're having a nor'easter. So I'm going to forewarn you now. If I disappear, it's because I lost service and Wi-Fi because the wind is blowing. So just wanted to kind of give you guys a heads up. Okay. Good morning, Becca. All right. So today is a really exciting day because we're going to talk about our inner compass and when our inner compass becomes our biggest strategy and greatest gift. So, what exactly does that mean? Well, a lot of us have a hard time trusting our intuition. It's just our mind gets in the way. I like to call it our monkey mind. Our mind gets in the way, and we have a really hard time trusting our intuition. Who's with me? Anybody? I know I have to sit sometimes and do, thank you, Ruth. Yes, it's hard. It's hard trusting your intuition because there's all these thoughts that go through your mind, and sometimes your intuition isn't always the most logical answer to something, right? Yes, countless times I said I should have listened, right? Well, today is a really exciting day because, first and foremost, I'm going to get you guys centered and grounded, as we always do. But then we're going to go through some strategies that I teach my clients on how to trust their intuition and why it's so important for us to listen to our internal dialogue. So let's see, would anybody else pop in? I want to make sure I say hello to everybody. Okay. All right. So we're only going to be doing this for about 30 minutes today. So we've decided to scale down our Mindful Mondays and make them really short, sweet, and concentrated. So I want to get to it right away for you guys. So I am going to go off camera as I always do when, hi Denise. Just want to make sure I say hello to everybody. Hi Lila. Yeah, I love this. We have a great group today. This is amazing. Okay, so I am going to get everybody centered. It's going to only take a minute. And then we're going to get on and we're going to talk about trusting our intuition. All right. So I invite you to take a nice deep breath in through your nose. Hold at the top. And release all that external noise, worry, stress, all of it. Take a nice deep breath in through your nose. Hold at the top. And release through your mouth. One more time. Deep breath in through your nose. Feel that beautiful healing energy flow in. Hold at the top. And release through your mouth. Let yourself arrive here fully. Give yourself this time to be present, to receive the gifts of the day. to release the to-do list, release the noise. You are not behind. You don't need to catch up. There's nowhere to be but here. You are exactly where you're supposed to be. Everything is in divine timing. This is a space for you to reconnect with your inner thoughts, your soul, your purpose. Not with another plan or someone else's blueprint, but with a strategy that already lives inside of you. So for the next few minutes, and while we are together, I invite you to be present, to be interactive, and to receive. Take one more deep breath in through your nose. And release. And when you're ready, open your eyes. How did that feel? It's nice getting centered on a Monday morning, isn't it? Feels so good, doesn't it? I know. It does. It really does. It's the way we should start every single day, not just Mondays. Get ourselves centered, present, especially with the gloomy weather. Absolutely, Ruth. Yes, you're here in the Northeast with me, not too far, actually. Yep. We're dealing with some challenging weather, but we're inside, we're warm, we're safe, and we're here to receive. So it's all good. All right. So today, we're going to talk about having your inner compass become your greatest strategy, your greatest gift. And the problem is we live in a world that glorifies the external. Spreadsheets, strategies, structures, metrics. I'm not saying that these things aren't useful. They're very useful. They're important. But they distract us from what is most important and that powerful guidance system that lives inside of us. And that's called your intuition. We were given this gift of intuition, this gut feeling. How many of us have heard the saying, trust your gut? I think pretty much everybody, right? Right? We've all heard it. Well, a lot of us have a hard time doing that because we are so busy listening to the external noise that's going on all the way around us. Everything that we hear, everything that people say, others' opinions, we get in our head, imposter syndrome. I could go on and on and on for reasons why we don't want to trust our intuition. Ego's a big player in this. Our ego tells us differently. How many of us have decided to follow or go down a path simply because we thought it was going to bring us more happiness or money, but it didn't fulfill us? And our gut kept telling us, right, Ruth? Yes. And our gut kept telling us, no, this doesn't feel right. I shouldn't be doing this. But we kept doing it. We kept going down that road because we felt that it was the right thing to do because our ego said so. And when we look back at retrospect and think about those decisions that we made, we realize that this is all just a journey. And we make decisions because we think that they're best at that time, but they don't always suit us long term. And if we had listened to our intuition at that moment, we may have done things a little differently. So today, I want to teach you guys a couple techniques that I teach my clients to help them trust their intuition, to get really clear on their guidance and their path. And they're just baby techniques that you can do daily. They only take 5 minutes, maybe 10, but they work exceptionally well. So I'm going to share my screen, and I'm also going to give this to you later. So you're going to have a little Google Doc, and I'll put this in the chat in a minute. But I'm going to share my screen, so just give me a sec. All right, share, and I'm going to open this up, and I'm going to share this. I talk to myself a lot, guys. Okay. Hopefully everybody can see my screen, right? Yes? No? Maybe so? All right. If you can't, then speak up. All right. Let's see. I just want to go in the chat. I want to make sure everybody can see. Do we all see? Yes, we all see. Perfect. Thanks, Ruth. Okay. All right. So I like to call this the two-voice method. And the purpose of this is to strengthen your intuition and help you rebuild self-trust. Because just like anything, it's a memory, it's a muscle memory. And we have this already built inside of us, but sometimes we just have to practice it a little bit because we forget. So practice makes perfect, right? And you're really not going to need a lot other than maybe a little journal or somewhere to take notes. You could even use your phone. And you just need an area where you can be uninterrupted, quiet little space. That's it. Timer is great if you want to start really being exact about how long you're doing this for daily. So if you want to set a timer, you could do that right on your phone. That's easy. So the first step in all of this is to settle your system. You need to settle your nervous system. And the way we settle our nervous system is through breathing. Okay, and getting quiet and getting centered. So you're going to want to sit comfortably. You're going to want to close your eyes. And you're going to want to take deep, intentional breaths. Now, if you've been part of the Mindful Monday group for a while, you know that we love the 4-4-4 for breathing. So breathe for 4, breathe in for 4, hold for 4, release for 4, sit for 4, and keep following that cycle. You can do that. Another one that's really nice is breathing in for 6 seconds, holding for 4, and breathing out for 6. You could do that. Or you could do anything that feels good to you, as long as you are mindful of your breath for a specific amount of time. So I would say always at least do 3 intentional cycles of breathing. 4 or 5 would be great if you have the time to do it, or until you feel your nervous system has settled. And then you're going to want to say to yourself, I am safe to listen within. And sit with it, with your eyes closed, concentrating on your breathing and feeling yourself get centered. No expectation other than I am safe to listen within. Why do we say that? Because we're setting an intention. And when you set an intention, it will be. Okay? So that's important. That's very important. When you set an intention, it will be. Okay? The next thing you're going to do is you're going to start really small. Really small. Okay? Not big life decisions, but neutral, low stake choices, small. Okay? Now you could do this in the beginning of the day. So you could say something like, what should I wear? Should I wear a blue shirt or a white one today? And then sit with that question. Or should I take the scenic route or a fast route? Do I need to rest or movement right now? And all you're going to do is close your eyes and feel the response in your body. So, yes means that usually you feel light, open, peaceful. No feels really tight, heavy, a pit in your stomach, constricted. You almost feel uneasy or you want to crawl out of your skin. That's a no. But a yes could be very neutral. A yes could just feel light. A yes could, maybe you have some tingling in your hands or your palms. Or maybe you see a beautiful color with your eyes closed. Blue, green, red. But no will be very specific. You will feel it. It'll be heavy. It'll feel constricted. Does anybody remember that feeling? Has anybody ever had that feeling when they've asked their intuition? When they sat and asked a question? I know I have. Yes, Denise, yes, right. We've all been there. Absolutely, right. Now what you're going to do after you're done is in your journal, you're going to write what you felt. The blue shirt felt open and light. For example, I saw a flash of brightness. The fast route felt heavy, so I chose the scenic. And you're just going to start taking note each day. It doesn't have to be doesn't have to be a paragraph. It doesn't have to be a lot. You're just going to take note of how you felt. That's it. Then later in the day, you could check what happened. Did the choice lead to flow, ease, and ease? Did it feel right afterwards? So what happens is this reflection builds proof that your intuition is reliable, which is how trust is formed. Do you ever hear the saying, proof is in the pudding? We're human. We need to have something to show us that it's real so that we could believe it, right? But I want you to remember one thing. Your intuition has been with you since the day you have been born. Since you were a little baby. You would cry when you were hungry or in pain. You would sense things. You would feel energy. We have been doing this since day one, and we still seem to find reasons to question it because our logical mind tells us otherwise. Our subconscious is where you need to live when you are trying and learning to regain trust, relearn to regain trust in your intuition. Your intuition is your wisdom. It's been around forever. So each day, I want you, or I invite you, I shouldn't say want, I invite you to ask 1 to 2 intuitive questions. Ask yourself, do you notice anything different? Are you starting to trust your intuition more? Are you starting to, is it starting to feel easier? What would feel most aligned to share online today? That's a great question if you're a content creator. Or which project needs my energy first? Hello, all of us in the world of business, doing our jobs, filled with many different projects, right? It's about learning that you are capable of trusting those little feelings inside of you, and you're safe, and it's okay. You might not always get it right, and that's okay. But by keeping track and understanding kind of your cycle and how you felt, you're going to start understanding what works and what doesn't. And at the end of each week, do a little debriefing with yourself as if you were having a meeting. Where did my intuition guide me accurately this week? What patterns am I noticing when I ignore it? You're gonna start to notice that your body always knows first. It always does. I can't tell you how many times I have challenged this in my life. And it has always come to be that I should have trusted it. Always. So, this little tiny technique that I'm going to share with you right now, I'm going to put it in here. Good to distinguish a no from a yes plus fear. Yes, 100%, Mike. Yes. How many of you do this technique? How many of you ever take the time to be intentional and say, all right, I'm going to start learning how to trust my intuition? Anybody ever do this before? I'm going to ask next time we are together how you guys are doing with this. Every day, Mike, that's amazing. Not enough, not formally. Well, Denise, here is a wonderful little Google Doc for you and everybody else. You guys should be able to open this, okay? Because I did it as an open doc, and this will help, okay? This will definitely help. I need to do it more. I know, Danny. We all do. We all do. But this is why we come to Mindful Mondays, for those little reality, those little reality reminders and checks, right? We come here to get ourselves centered. We come here to learn something new, or maybe just to remind us of something we already knew. I need to learn and trust mine. I'm so thankful for you. Oh, Carmi. Carmi, I love you. You're a sweetheart. Oh, you're so sweet. Thank you. And I want to tell you guys, this is what Fuel is all about. So, for those of you who are not Fuel members, I strongly encourage you to get on the site and start going through the 7-day trial. Learn about all the amazing instructors that are on Fuel. They all have something to provide you. And if you think these tools are great on one day, you can get this anytime you want on Fuel. So don't forget how amazing Fuel really is. And it's something that I incorporate into my life every single day. I love taking the courses on Fuel. So I strongly encourage you to do that. I also am going to share with you my media kit. And in there, at the end of the kit, you're going to see that there is a link for my DMR method community. And I am extremely excited to tell you today that I am launching this Wednesday. And this is going to be something that I think you guys would absolutely love. There's going to be guided meditations, subliminals, mental cleanse. You're going to have daily resets from me and lots of awesome things. You're going to learn your archetype and how to really live your life according to your blueprint. So I'm going to put in that link next so you guys have it. And I would love for you guys to sign up because we are doing an early founders introduction fee, which is only going to be for a short amount of time. And I'm also doing an affiliate code for the monthly subscription. So you can actually get your monthly subscription for free. So I'm going to put this in here too. All right. So I'm on the wait list and I do need to fill out. Oh, no, that's it. Carmi, I will be sending everybody that's on the wait list a email that has the link on Wednesday for you guys to sign up. I'm very excited to have you all join because it's I put a lot of work into it. I've been building it for months. So I'm excited. All right. Now, I gave you all the tools today and I'm doing something a little different. Now, I usually end with a meditation, right? But this time, I am going to end with an activation. So, an activation is very similar to meditation, but I'm going to be using specific language to help really open up your intuition, really help you to learn how to trust your intuition. So, that's what we're going to end with. And I'm going to I'm going to take off my camera again. Let me stop sharing. I might go over just a few minutes, but that's okay. Even if we go over, there's nothing to worry about there. All right. So I am going to shut off my camera and I'm going to ask everybody if you are safe to close your eyes. If you can, please. So I would love for everybody to close your eyes. Relax your body. Allow every muscle in your body to relax, to soften. Now I'm going to ask you not only to listen with your ears, but I want you to listen with your energy. You're entering a state of deep receiving, a state where your intuition becomes audible, a state where your higher mind speaks in symbols, sensations, and knowing. Take a deep breath in and feel the light awaken in your solar plexus right above your belly button. That is your golden center of inner truth. With each breath, that light grows stronger, brighter, and wiser. Now repeat silently after me. not as words, but as codes activating within your being. I am open to divine guidance. I trust my inner knowing. I no longer chase clarity. I am clarity. My intuition is precise, powerful, and relatable. Every decision I make is guided by truth. My energy leads before I ever take action. I hear my intuition clearly, effortlessly, and always. Let those frequencies integrate into your cells, your soul, your energy. You may feel tingling in your hands, possibly warmth in your chest, maybe a lightness in your head. That's energy moving. That's your frequencies aligning, your vibrations rising. Now imagine the space between your eyebrows. That's your third eye. It's gently opening, like a petal unfolding in the sun. You may feel a tingle. You may see a color. Soft indigo light radiates outward. It pushes with intelligence. It whispers next aligned step for your journey. You don't have to chase answers, my friends. You are the channel that receives them. Breathe into that knowing. Inhale trust. And exhale resistance. As you breathe, say quietly to yourself, I am the strategy. I am the clarity. And I am the compass. And so it is. Now gently start wiggling your fingers and your toes. Come back to this room. And when you're ready, open your eyes, knowing something deep within you has awakened. I encourage you, beautiful souls, to trust your intuition, to start with those little techniques that we learned today. You can always reach out to me if you have any questions. And I hope you have a wonderful day. Bless you all. Thank you. Thank you, guys. Bless you.